G'day everybody, it's Matt here, and today I have got a pair of the Keen Targhee EXP WP men's hiking shoes in a US 11, which is a UK 10 or an EU 44.5. Now, these hiking shoes looked to me to be a pretty sturdy option. They are waterproof, which is one of those things that I look for because I think the waterproof option for hiking shoes is really valuable to have, especially if you're hiking in rainforests, wet weather, snow, that sort of thing. So I thought I'd get these and try them out because I'm on the lookout for a good new pair of hiking shoes. Now, just before we jump into it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and of course subscribe to my channel for more videos like this from me. And if you're thinking about getting yourself a set of these, there's some affiliate links down in the description. Make sure you check those out. Now, let's whip these out, have a look at them and try them on. So that is the Keen EXP WP men's hiking shoe in the black and grey colorway. So this is the low height version of the shoe as well. So it's like a regular height walking shoe, but these are a very sturdy, supportive, solid shoe. So let's start at the top and work our way down. These shoes have just a regular round lace in them. They are a nice feeling lace. They feel quite sturdy and like they should last well. And they run through a series of lace loops down the front of the boot. The top two of those lace loops have reflective strips through them. And there is also a reflective strip down the tongue of the boot here. You can kind of see the light reflecting off it there right now. It stands out quite a bit. And then we also have reflective strips that run around the ankle and also up around this heel loop. So that is really awesome for increasing your visibility when you're out hiking in lower light conditions towards evening, in the morning, that sort of thing, and just helping to keep you that bit safer. The upper of these shoes is a combination of leather, synthetic, and textiles. I'm not actually sure where the leather is on these because no part of them actually looks like leather to me. I'm assuming though, because it's called a leather mudguard, that it is probably this black strip that runs around the lower portion of the sides of the shoe on both sides, and it kind of just loops up around to the laces and down around the heel and around to the other side. And looking at the edging of this section, it does look like the edge of leather, so I'm thinking it's this bit. The rest of the shoe is then that combination of textile and synthetic materials, and then around the toe box at the front of the foot here, we have this really solid rubberized protection to protect the front of the shoe and your toes, of course, against studs from rocks, sticks, twigs, all that sort of thing. It does come over the top of the toes, but it is not a solid protection from that direction. It's really all about protecting things that are coming front on. Coming back up and into the shoe, this is a waterproof shoe, which means the tongue is fixed and we have that waterproof liner that joins up going around into the tongue and around the sides of the shoe here. This is the Keen Dry waterproof breathable membrane. It's designed to obviously keep water out, but also breathe well enough to let out those smells that your feet tend to produce throughout the day when you're hiking. This waterproof membrane is complemented by the upper actually being treated with a PFC-free water repellent. So the outside of the shoe should help to repel water anyway, with then that waterproof membrane offering that final layer of protection on the inside of the shoe. Now, because this membrane stops at about this point between the top two laces loops, any water that comes above that is going to go over the membrane and into the shoe between the tongue and the sides. Of course, if it gets that high, it's also going to be coming over the top of the side of the shoe anyway. Now, this liner on the inside and around the top of the ankle is a combination of textile and man-made materials. And then coming down into the insole of the shoe, it's obviously got a lot written on it there. This is a synthetic EVA foam insole and it is removable. So you can replace it with your own insoles if you prefer. Now, this insole is made from TPU. That is thermoplastic polyurethane. And while it is quite thick at the front, it is a very firm thickness. And then once we get back to the arch area, it starts to get thicker and it also gets softer and more cushioned. Now, this section up around the heel and into the arch, this is really quite high, which Keen calls their heel capture system. And it's designed to help provide next level stability in conjunction with the torsion stability external support shank in these shoes. So when you see that in the shoe, it obviously does come up quite a long way around the heel. Now, if we come down below that insole, we then have our midsole, this lighter gray section through here, and that midsole is an EVA foam. It feels like it has a reasonable amount of cushion in it. And then of course the outsole, which is a rubber outsole, and has this really chunky looking grip. So it looks like it should give you lots of traction, and these grooved sections around the toe and also around the heel really help with grip when you're first putting your heel down, and also when you're taking a step, lifting your toe off the ground, especially on wet or muddy surfaces. Now, Keen refers to these shoes having what they call the Torsion Stability External Support Shank, or ESS. To understand, is this harder material sitting in here under the arch area, and that contributes to making these shoes rigid from a side-to-side perspective, so the shoe is not going to roll or twist much at all. It does still flex really easily in that direction when you're stepping, but make this really solid underfoot, especially when you also factor in how sturdy it should be around your ankle. It should really lock you in. Lastly, these shoes are machine washable, which is awesome. I love it when my shoes are machine washable. So that's these shoes. Let's whip these ones on and see how they feel. Looking at these from the top, they're super chunky. Like the front of these shoe around the toe box is almost square. Going on, it feels really nice. I feel super cushioned the moment my foot is in here, and up around the ankle too. It feels both really supportive and pleasant to have my foot in, which is a nice thing in a shoe that you're going to wear for quite a while. And I find them very easy to put on. The only thing is, just in a quick observation right now, this tongue section that is above the liner, it does not sit in the shoe for me. It wants to sit on top of the shoe. And in just looking at that now, I've noticed these laces don't seem to lock together super well. Obviously that can happen anyway with a single knot, but that kind of slippage is a little concerning to me, because that would mean even with a double knot, they're going to work themselves looser over time. So first impressions standing in them is that I like the way the insole kind of hugs up around your heel. That feels really nice on. They certainly feel sturdy underneath and pretty solid. These do feel really nice to walk in, and in spite of feeling like you've got a really solid shoe on and there is definitely some weight in it, they don't feel overly heavy. And while I'm not sure where these actually are going to breathe from, they don't feel overly hot either. So that's a bit of a surprise to me. They're meant to be a breathable shoe, but waterproof liners often tend to make shoes hotter. They definitely feel supportive. I probably would want to wear a higher sock than what I've currently got on. I've got no-show socks on, and I'm feeling that on both my feet, the front of my ankle here on the inside is rubbing against both the tongue and the top of the shoe. So that's going to get very uncomfortable very quickly walking. So I would definitely want to wear a higher sock. In terms of sizing, these are very much true to size. I've got no issues with the sizing at all. I can't feel exactly where my big toe is, but I'd say it's just under an index finger's width at the front of the shoe there. And because they are so square, they really do cater for a broader foot quite nicely. And I feel like there's a decent amount of room in that toe box, which is probably part of why they don't feel like they're a particularly hot shoe. They too feel super grippy. They feel very supportive. Overall, I do quite like the feel of them. I appreciate having that pull tab at the back and how easy these are to get on. And so I'm expecting they'll be nice and easy to get off as well. I like how much room there is around the toe box area. That's awesome. And I really do like how protected my feet feel, and all of that support as well. It just makes you feel like you could walk anywhere and your feet are going to be safe. They're going to be dry. I'd like to see a bit more cushion in these shoes, but it really is not a bad option for a sturdy, solid hiking shoe that's going to support your foot and be comfortable for you to be wearing all day long. I would probably not pick them for a large amount of hard surface walking, like concrete paths and that sort of thing. I think there are better options for that. But certainly for off the path or even dirt path trekking, I think they're going to be a great option. You'll definitely want a higher cut sock though, because that is really, really annoying, the way that the tongue and front of the shoe there sits on the ankle. I really don't like it. That might just be me, but given it is happening with both of my ankles, it does seem like it could be common. So super stable, feels surprisingly light, feels surprisingly cool, and very, very grippy. So overall, a really solid hiking shoe from Keen. I gotta tell you, when it comes to taking the shoes off, the fact that the tongue quite literally just folds down like that and your foot can come out, same as putting them on, tongue's out of the way, that makes them so easy to get on and off. And that's what you want after a trek, right? Quick off, nice and easy. And after wearing these for about an hour, surprisingly, there is very little odor from these shoes. That's really nice to have when it comes to putting them in a tent or back in your bag. There's minimal smell. There's not no smell, but surprisingly little for a waterproof shoe. So Keen have done a great job with ensuring that the odors can get out of these shoes while you're wearing them, which is awesome. So that's them. I hope you found this video helpful. For more information and pricing on these shoes, make sure you check out the affiliate links down in the description. And of course, give this video the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this from me on hiking shoes, on walking shoes, on other travel gear, and of course, just generally on travel. That's it for me for now. Have an awesome day and I'll catch you next time. Bye.